and we move on to week 7 previews and some of the predictions and some of the spreads. Okay. I'm not going to review my last week's score again, guys. If you were here last week and you listened to the podcast, go keep me honest. Go check that out. Leave it in the comments. Let me know how correct I was. Tell me what my record was. I think last week I won like 10-6 or some shit like that. And the week before I had a pretty good record too. So I'm out here winning. I'm sure my record wasn't that bad, even though that Falcons game and the Bucks game and the Packers game, I know I got all those wrong for sure. But this week, week 7, the Thursday night football game, we got the Saints versus the Cardinals. The Cardinals are favored at home by 1.5 points with D-Hop coming back. And they have a lot of people out on the Saints. I think Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry, Marshawn Lattimore, all of them are out. So I think that's why the Cardinals only have 1.5 point favorites at home. I got the Cardinals in this game. I'm going to go against the Saints every game. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Even if it risks my record, I'm not going for them. They're favored by 1.5. I'm going to go with the Cardinals in that game to win. Falcons versus the Bengals. Cincinnati's at home. They're favored by 6. I'm going with Cincinnati in this game. Got to keep those Falcons down and away from our record. That's why I'm picking them straight up. Browns versus the Ravens. I got the Ravens. They're favored by 6.5 at home, but I got the Ravens. They're probably going to bounce back. Hopefully they get this win under their belt so they're not hungry for when they play us the week after and try to get us on some revenge shit. Nah. Just go ahead and get this one, and then the next game, get ready to get beat on Thursday Night Football. But I got the Ravens in this game. Packers versus Commanders. Packers should win this game, but who knows nowadays with the Packers? They've been playing pretty bad. Packers are favored by 5 in DC, but the Commanders, I don't think they're going to win. And Carson Wentz is hurt. I think they're playing Tyler Heineke. So we're going to see what happens. Maybe that's better for the Commanders, but yeah, they might upset them. I don't know. Tyler Heineke be playing. But yeah, I do got the Packers. Titans versus the Colts. Tennessee is favored by 3 at home. The Colts have won a couple of games on some fluke stuff, so I'm giving the Titans this one, get back on track and take a solid grasp of that division. Giants versus Jags. Jacksonville is our favorite at home by 3. Jacksonville Jaguars. Man, the Giants are rolling right now, and the Jacksonville Jaguars have been disappointing. They're due for one though. I said that last week, but I'm going to put my money on them again. I hope the Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence, especially since I have to start him on one of my fantasy teams, since I got a bye with I think it's Jalen Hurts. So, gosh darn it, Trevor Wallace. Trevor Lawrence, come out here and ball out, man, like it was in college. I need you to do some shit to these Giants real quick and bring them down to 5-2. You know, bring this NFC back down to each other so we can get a higher seed. You feel me? But yeah, I got the Jaguars in that game. I don't know, but I got the Jaguars. One of the biggest spreads of the week: Buccaneers versus the Panthers. We're favored at North Carolina. I say we, as the Buccaneers, are favored by 10.5. At the Panthers. I think this because their first and second string quarterbacks are kind of nicked up. So they might be starting their third string quarterback. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of trade rumors surrounding the Panthers, CMC and DJ Moore. So hopefully they don't come out here and just try to beat one of the good teams like the Steelers came out and did, and like the fucking Utah Jazz are doing to my Nuggets right now. God damn it. Let's talk a little bit about basketball a little bit later in the pod. It's opening day right now for, I guess, pretty much all the teams. But yesterday, the Warriors got their rings against the Lakers and Philly played Celtics. But pretty much for the rest of the league, today is opening day. So, god damn, we were getting smacked. So I'll check that score in a little bit on a commercial break. But yeah, we're favored by 10.5. I don't know if we'll win by 10.5, but I hope Tom Brady comes out here with revenge in his heart. Everybody's talking shit about him and about his personal life. I hope he comes out here, rights the ship, and proves to everybody that they just talking shit and they just outside lookers looking in, trying to cause some murkiness in our team. And we coming for the motherfucking championship, so shut the fuck up. Excuse my language, younger listeners. The explicits are here for a reason because I get a little passionate when I'm talking about my teams, man. I apologize, but I got the Buccaneers in that game. Texans versus the Raiders. Raiders, I got them winning. They're coming off a bye. And yeah, I think they're coming off a bye, right? Last week wasn't the week where Devontae pushed the photographer, was it? I don't know. Oh, yeah, he did have a bye last week. Yeah, for sure. They're coming off a bye. So they're favored by 7 at home against the Texans. They better win this game. Texans are lowly, and I'm pretty much probably trying to tank for the best quarterback right now in the draft. I don't know who that's going to be. Bryce Young, CJ Stroud. Who's it going to be? I don't know. But in this game, of course, I got the Raiders. Don't let me down. Raiders. Jets versus Broncos. Broncos are favored by 3 at home. I'm waiting for that game when Russell Wilson gets it together. And it's like, okay, that's the Russell Wilson we know. But we're like 6 games in now and we haven't seen it yet. It kind of scares me. So I'm not going to pick Denver in this game. I'm picking the Jets. I got the Jets winning, even though Denver is favored at home by 3. Chiefs versus the 49ers. 49ers are actually, no, the Chiefs are favored by 3 at Levi Stadium, Kansas City. It's going to be an interesting one for the 49ers. 49ers do have a great defense, but they are dealing with a lot of injuries on that defense. They're supposed to be getting players back little by little. Even when their defense is hurt, they actually do compete out there defensively. They have a really good defense, really good defensive coordinator, D'Amico Ryans, who is supposed to be one of the coordinators in the league for a head coaching job. He deserves it anyway. That defense is always really good over there. I don't know if it's going to be enough to stop the Chiefs this week, though. They're 3-3 right now. If they lose, they go 3-4. But sorry, 49ers fans, if you're listening right now, I have to pick the Chiefs in this one. Chargers versus the Seahawks. Not much talk about in this one. I got the Chargers. You know why? I go Oregon. Steelers versus the Dolphins. They got the Dolphins. I'm not really vibing with the Steelers right now after what they did to us last week. They got lucky and got a little victory. They can't lose 5 in a row. I get it, blah, 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 blah. But I think the Dolphins get back on track with Tua coming back and they win. They're favored by 7 at home. I got the Dolphins over the Steelers. And the Bears are playing the Patriots. The Bears are really bad. Patriots are favored by 8. They're at home. I think they're going to be at home and win. Bailey Zappi is on a roll right now. If he's starting, I think he can handle it. If Mac Jones is back, I think they'll be able to handle it. That defense will stop Justin Fields from doing anything, just like every other team did, especially with Bill Belichick scheming against them. It's going to be over with for him. And I got the Patriots in that one. So to recap my picks for next week, or this week, I should say, because there's a game tomorrow. Or I'm recording this on Wednesday, but it would have been yesterday when you're listening to it. But yeah, so I got the Cardinals over the Saints. I got the Bengals over the Falcons. I got the Ravens over the Browns. I got the Packers over the Commanders. Titans over the Colts. I got the Jags over the Giants. Bucks over the Panthers. Raiders over the Texans. I got the Jets over the Broncos. I don't think I said that, but I got the Jets over the Broncos. I got the Chiefs over the 49ers. I have the Chargers over the Seahawks, and I got the Dolphins over the Steelers. And lastly, I got the Patriots over the Bears. Again, listeners, if you're here every week listening and keeping track of my picks, keep me honest down there in the comments down there and let me know what's going on. Let me know if I got everything right. My record this week, last week I went 10-6 again, but if y'all want to be part of the team and kind of help me out down there, just let me know. Listeners, y'all know I'm gonna get them right anyways. If you're betting, again, don't take this as gospel. Don't lose your money on me. That's just what I think. Don't do no parlays on me because I'll be losing. NFL right now is unpredictable. You see the bad teams beating the good teams. I don't know. But that's that for week 7 NFL. Let's move on to this fantasy.
It's the best of bias. You need the earful. You should try us. From pop culture to the movies to Unitas. It's the best of bias. The best of bias. Yeah. It's the best of bias.
You are now listening to the Best of Bias podcast.